Good morning, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Melissa, and after I go for my morning walk, I'm going to show you every single thing that I eat today as a whole food plant-based vegan who follows a low calorie density way of eating. I lost over 30 pounds eating this way and have maintained it for almost over a year. Now, one of the biggest questions I get asked is about fitness, and people ask me, Melissa, what type of workouts did you do while you were losing weight? You know, how many hours a week should you be exercising? And all of these different questions. And for me personally, my goal was always to do 10,000 steps per day minimum. And I track that on a free app called Steps app. And I've just used my phone to do so. Keep it in my pocket and just walk. And whenever the little buzzer goes off and says that I've done 10,000, then I know that I've hit that daily goal. And I often surpass it. For me, I really enjoy walking just for the health benefits and for the mood boosting effect that it has for me. And so it's something that I genuinely enjoy doing. Okay, two things I really love about walking in Arizona: blue skies, and near where I live, I see bunnies daily. They are the cutest little things. They are bunnies with white little pom-pom tails, and they look like little toys. They look like little stuffed animals, but they're real. They're so sweet. I probably won't be able to show you them because they run away really quickly. So by the time I try to put a camera on them, they'll probably be gone. But they're so cute. All right, it is smoothie time. It's 11:44 a.m. I don't have a set time when I have my first food in the morning. I just kind of wait until I'm hungry, and I'm very rarely hungry before 10 a.m. I wake up with lots of energy, and so I kind of just wait until I do feel hungry, and then I will have something to eat. Usually it's either a bowl of oatmeal with some sort of fruit or a smoothie. And I'm going to show you a very easy food prep, smoothie prepping thing that you can do on Sunday night to have smoothies ready for the week. So I let all of the bananas on my countertop get really ripe and spotty because that makes them very sweet. And then I will get out a few of these freezer bags, which I reuse for smoothies again. So I use these quite a few times each. Depending on the size of the banana, I'll use 1 or 1.5 bananas, about half a cup of frozen blueberries, and a handful of greens. So I used kale this time, but I often use spinach. So this is just a handful of washed kale that I put in there. And then what I do is when it's time to have the smoothie, I'll just dump all the ingredients into the blender, blend it up with water, some cinnamon, and some plant milk. And then I just rinse the bag out right away. All right, so I've got 10 ounces of water here. Lots of cinnamon, because you know I love my cinnamon. And I normally don't measure my plant milk, but I'm going to measure out half a cup just to show you. This is unsweetened vanilla almond milk. When I'm not filming this and I'm just making this in the morning, it literally takes maybe 90 seconds to have a smoothie ready. And I had quite a few bananas that were all ripe at the same time. So what I started doing is using my old takeout food containers, rinsing them out and using them to store the bananas. So if I want to make a banana nice cream, which is like a vegan ice cream made of bananas, or another type of smoothie, I've got a lot of sweet, ripe bananas that are frozen and ready to be blended up. And these containers are from Poke. Alex and I like to get Poke bowls. If you've never tried them, I highly recommend them. I talk about them in almost every video. All right, now it's time for lunch. It's almost 1 p.m. and I'm making lunch for Alex and myself, so this is for 2 people. If you're going to try to recreate this dish and you're just cooking for yourself, you can have leftovers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dice up these 4 potatoes. I'm just going to wash them well and not peel them. And I'm going to also dice up the onion and this carrot. And I'm going to shred about 1/3 to half of this green cabbage. And I'm going to saute them all together with a splash of water, actually about 1/2 cup of water, and then I put the lid on to steam it. And since we're not cooking with oil, I just make sure to use a wooden spoon and mix everything really well and stir it often so that it doesn't stick to the pan. And then I'm going to add in this entire can of chickpeas. I'm going to rinse it really well and then add it in at the end because they're cooked already. They just kind of need to be warmed up a little bit. And I'm going to season it with some curry powder, some ground cumin. I might also do a drizzle of ketchup on top. We shall see. All right, so this is after 7 minutes. It needs another 5 minutes for the potatoes to be fully cooked, I'd say. But as you can see, a lot of moisture is added from the cabbage. So once you have the lid on, all of the steam really creates a lot of moisture, which helps to cook the carrots and the potatoes. So I'm just going to stir this a little bit more, and I'm going to put the lid back on. I'm actually going to add in my can of rinsed chickpeas right now as well. And as you can see, I don't often measure my spices. I just kind of free pour. And I'm going to put that lid back on for a few more minutes. Going to put a little splash of lemon juice in there and mix that in, and it is ready. If you like spice, you can add some chili powder, some chili flakes, some smoked paprika would be nice on this as well. And since I know you guys love seeing my exact quantities of food and the portion size that I eat, I'm actually going to be using a 1 cup scoop to show you how much food I would put on my plate. So that's 1 cup of food. And I normally don't do this. Again, this is just for your information. Another scoop. And I probably eat another 1/2 a scoop on top of that. So that's 2.5 cups of this mixture. I'm going to put a drizzle of ketchup, a bit of sea salt, and some paprika. All right, I'm having a cup of tea and some blueberries. I ran out of my black tea with peppermint, so I'm actually just mixing a black tea bag with a peppermint tea bag. Not quite the same, but it's still pretty good. And I'm gonna have a little bit of stevia in there as well. The stevia I use is super concentrated, so I literally put that tiny amount and it makes the entire cup of tea really, really sweet. And I just gave the blueberries a good rinse. And voila. Normally I buy frozen blueberries because it's just a much better value, but these were on sale for like 97 cents, so we bought a few packs of these. All right, for dinner I'm going to make a rice bowl with some of this jasmine rice. This is honestly the most delicious rice ever. Alex and I had some the other night and it just tastes amazing. I can't even explain how much better it tastes than just plain regular white rice that we were using from Walmart. It was a little bit more expensive, but honestly it tastes really, really yummy. So we're gonna be cooking up some rice, and then I am going to have some frozen veggies. Got some frozen corn, some frozen edamame, and frozen broccoli as well. And edamame is full of protein, so a lot of people ask me about protein on a vegan diet, and edamame is a great way to get some of that protein, as well as beans, which I eat often. And I'm going to have, this is about, I guess, a third of a package of tofu that I have left, extra firm organic tofu. I'm just gonna dice that up and add that to the rice bowl. And I'm gonna have half an avocado as well. Again, I am not currently trying to lose any more weight, so I do include some of these higher fat foods like avocado and tofu. But if you're in your weight loss phase and you prefer to keep the foods all well under 700 calories per pound, then you can just swap this out and maybe dice up a tomato instead, or add some sliced cucumber, sliced peppers, or just maybe some chickpeas. You can add that instead of the tofu and avocado. And to season it, we're gonna be using some soy sauce, and I might add a bit of spice with some chili flakes. Again, this is a super, super simple meal, but I like keeping things simple. I use frozen veggies for simplicity and also to save money. I find they're much more cost effective. Okay, so I just poured in some frozen corn and some frozen edamame, and this is 1/3 of a cup of water. And then I'll just cook it on the stovetop on medium heat for about 5 minutes. All right, here we go. I just kept all the ingredients separate just to show you how much of each I'm having on my plate. And obviously I'm going to take the peel off of the avocado and just mix everything in together. And this is about 1.5 cups of cooked rice. And usually I would warm up the tofu in a frying pan with some spices, but I've actually just left it cold. I'm kind of curious to see how I like it like that. When I go for poke bowls at poke restaurants, the tofu is refrigerated and I actually like it. So thought I'd try doing that at home. And then I'm going to be putting on a splash of soy sauce as well. And that's it. Super simple dinner. I find honestly that is one of the most underrated weight loss tips and tips for sticking with any healthy regime is to keep things simple. All right, I'm gonna go enjoy my dinner. All right, as a snack, I'm having a bowl of oatmeal and some frozen blueberries, lots of cinnamon. And this is about 2 cups or probably 1.5 cups of dry oatmeal cooked. And I didn't measure this time, but that's usually approximately how much I make. And I'm going to add in some of this coconut and almond milk. Just add a splash in. And I'm also going to add in a little bit of stevia powder to sweeten it up. And And it is 7:41 p.m. I know a lot of you guys like to know the specific times that I eat my meals, but it really is different every day. I don't wait till certain times to eat, I just eat when I'm hungry. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want more videos like this one, there's an entire playlist on my YouTube channel called Weight Loss. So you can find more videos with lots of yummy, filling, whole food, plant-based, low calorie density meals. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.